welcome to Wednesday night's episode of the Blitz Pickup. You know who I am. It's film breakdown day. It's Wednesday. And we're going to obviously break down some generic film from Sunday's game. But our A of the game, A-Chain, we're going to do some specific plays based off of him. I know Tone has some things lined up. So, Tony, come on up and let's see if we have a missing box today.
I'm listen. The fact that you like so Tone come up and Tone got some things lined up. Listen. I'm just gonna point this out early. I didn't say it. Just said it. I thought it was supposed to be we, but then when you say Tone, you gonna throw that on me? Nah, we not doing that. So, and then you pointed out the missing box. What is this missing box thing you talking about? What
I don't know. It may be PTO time that was approved by HR. You know, I know my good brother down that's usually below you. You know, we're a little reversed today, but it's okay.
You know what? Yeah, okay. You on point today?
Yes, thank you. This way, when he pops in, it just kind of does what it's supposed to do. You know.
So you saying he got a PTO approved? Is what you're saying?
He may have. I don't know. He's not here, so maybe HR approved that PTO time he was looking for.
You know what? I just want to point out, ever since we got our new backgrounds and our new setup, it's been a missing box every episode. I'm trying to figure out
every show.
I'm trying to improve.
You know, Tone, we got new backgrounds and new little bubbles and a new score bug, and we all just acted brand new up in here.
Little bubbles is wow. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like, you know what? I'm not gonna say he's running, because the last time I said he was running, you know, his wife looked at him sideways. So I'm not gonna do that part. Well, now my boy will be putting up shortly. You know what I'm saying? He getting home from work, had to take care of some business. You know, family first. But listen, man, we got hold on. First of all, let me get this right, because I don't want.
You trying to say his PTO was denied?
I didn't say that. I didn't mention PTO. I didn't mention whether it was approved or denied. You know, I don't even know the process, to be honest with you. You know, so I'll plead the fifth. You know, I'm just here so I don't get fined, basically.
Oh,
okay. That's my stance when it comes to PTO. Oh. But I had to switch it up just in case Dave want to come in and start talking trash. But yeah, obviously, listen, we got the breakdown. I'm trying to wait for Lou, but we might have to get started, because we do have a couple interesting takes that we gonna get into even afterwards. I noticed something, and I wanted to know if Lou noticed something, because when we was talking about the game, he didn't bring it up, but I noticed I picked, because you know, I picked 8 plays, right? We had, I think it was, I don't know, it's somewhere between 12 and 16, but you know, Lou wanted to break it down to 8 plays. So I noticed a lot of the plays happened on first down. So we are getting into the run game. We're gonna get into H-N, because you know, we've done defense multiple times, we've done Tua a lot. So people, you know, think that we like to point out the negative with H-N, but that's not how it goes over here. We just like focus on the key parts of the game. So this week I am going to focus on the run game, specifically H-N, because he had an amazing game. And we was talking about it earlier, how his performance now, you know, I was popping my collar a little bit earlier yesterday and today about how everyone was so quick to dismiss H-N from the Jamil Gibbs, Bijan Robinson category. And I was like, no. Like, if you take away his first season, before the injury, he was doing things neither one of them was doing. His numbers were outrageous, way beyond them. Till even after he had missed 5 or 6 games in that he had missed already, he still was the number 1 rated fantasy point getter in the league. And that was with him missing 6 games. So that's how historic of a run he was on in his rookie season. Now it got derailed by injury. So, you know, and then his second year, you know, he did suffer a concussion, but he didn't miss a game. And it wasn't up to par as his first season. But that didn't change my outlook and my evaluation of him on his talent and his skill set. It's there. Now this season, lo and behold, like majority of the time, I'm not gonna say always, my analysis seemed proven correctly. I would say that. So, I might know a little something about, evaluating people honestly, objectively. Now, I do miss on some people. And another thing that I want to point out, because we've been giving praise to Patrick Paul, even though he hasn't had a bad, I wouldn't say a bad game, but it wasn't the Patrick Paul type game. And I don't have all the praise for that because I wanted to focus on the A10 and his skill set. But I'll say one critique that I say that I see that I noticed that he had to work on, which is which is his leverage. I think he's getting too high up. He needs to stay low. He's tall, so I think he needs to focus on his leverage and stay in his stance and low. Hold on, bring that back up. So we're going back to the old format. So we don't have unfilled boxes out here. I see. What's up, Tony?
Me, I said.
What's good? Y'all hit the like button. In fact, I hit the like button. What? What you said?
I said it. When we came up, let's see if we have some unfilled boxes. I was just.
Y'all unfilled boxes. First and foremost, the new format, the setup is not conducive to sharing a screen, because once I share my screen, guess what? Jess is gonna be in the background. Unless y'all say y'all cool with not seeing Jess doing the film breakdown. Yeah, I'm fine with that. If y'all are, I am too. So y'all forgot her setup is on that.
I hope
side.
Lou is listening right now, because I want him to take this mental note that now you're trying to kick me off the show.
I'm just.
You know what? Look at this, right? So Lou's not here. A PTO might have been approved. You are trying to boot me off so you can do the film breakdown by yourself. Wait till Lou get here later.
So this has nothing to do with
Lou, I hope you and Lou listening, my brother.
This had nothing to do with you and Lou double teaming me. Tag team up against me last show. Both of y'all were trying to kick me off. This had nothing to do about that, right? Speaking of outlook and analysis, Tony, what's the Miami Heat record since Tyler Hero's been back? I would say this: that offense looked better when they put him on a bench. What do you think about that, Game Boy? I think they're like 4-1 though. 3-1 or 4-1 since he's been back. I don't know how many games he played.
That part. His breakdown.
Hey, to lose a Patriot fan. Hold on, my brother. Like what? No.
On Wednesdays, the title of the show should just be Tony's Breakdown. Tony's Film Breakdown.
Well. Speaking of breakdown, don't disrespect Vanilla. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, man. We gotta stop calling him that.
Game Boy is he done lost his mind. Listen, Game Boy, even your bestie, like you tripping, bro. you tripping. A10 will be a Packer next year, Tony. Mods.
Where's May?
Get up out of here. What? You might be an undercover Green Bay Packer fan, Crypto. Now I'm saying because you're a Jordan Love person. Let me find out. Because you didn't look too sad when we lost to Green Bay. I will say that. You seem pretty happy about that loss. Let me find out, Crypto. But listen, man, let me go ahead. Hold on, let me start sharing my screen so we could go ahead and start this film breakdown. Wait for Lou. Yeah, I see you laughing out loud. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, man, we're finna talk about A10 and how the offensive look. A note, Jonah, even though he doesn't look as bad as he used to, he's still not good. Well, Jess, a birdie did tell me today. Hold on. Birdie did tell me today in Spaces that Tony H does 70. Yo, no, I'm gonna put that back down. I don't know. Who is your little birdie, Bonjo? Tony and the Blitz. Yo, the level of pettiness is wild up here already. He says, hey, now listen, I want y'all to see what I got to deal with. You see what I'm saying? Now it's starting to come up. Now it's I didn't say not a word, but now she just put Tony and the Blitz pick up. This is 5 hobby. That dude kind of got a ring to it if you think about it. Hey,
You really gonna make Lou come up here on a
yeah,
heater
hey,
and
when Lou come
just
up
to
here,
say something
oh
about
man. When Lou get up here, oh, it's gonna be all hell to pay. Hey, Lou, if you're listening, just make sure you pay attention. Tony ain't said a thing. I didn't say the 35%. I didn't put the new title, even though it has a ring to it, But
I'm just
I
saying, the
didn't
moment
say.
I see Lewis has entered the studio, I'm popping that comment right up there, just so right when he come in is just
All
there.
right, all right, man. Here we go, man. Let's. You know what? Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Cause Jess trying to start some trouble. She trying to call another players only meeting. And we know how they go. Tony and the Temptations. You know where it comes from. The Tontations, or the Tontations. I think that's what he wanted to say. But let me see. Let me set my shame. My bad. See, y'all got me sidetracked. Let me see. Let me know if we good. We good? Yeah, we good.
We're
All right,
good.
y'all. What we doing? Are we going to be getting into my boy Devon A. Chan? His film, a couple of games. I mean, a couple of nice runs I saw. And one thing I want to point out, a lot of his runs came on first and 10, which are usually run down. That says a lot about how this offense ran the ball against the Saints. Regardless of what, if a lot of your plays and your positive yards, which when I call positive yards, it's 9 and 10 yards plus. They came on first and 10. I think every last one of them came on first and 10. I'm not sure. I know I have 8 plays, and 7 out of the 8 are on first and 10. And the seventh one was just because I wanted to say, just because John is not popping out as being bad. He still have work to do. It's not as bad as it was before, but man, sometimes it just don't look good. So the first play I'm gonna start off with is obviously first quarter, first drive, the touchdown. Hold on, let me full screen tripping and 11. Okay, it's full screen on your end, Jess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You good? Okay. Um,
Mm-hmm.
okay, yeah. So this is as y'all can see, first and 10 from the 20-yard line. So we are approaching the red zone, and this is on the first drive. Uh, Devon Achan's first touchdown. All right, let's run through it. Let me pause this. See, I was having a healthy debate with EM the other day about that Ali Gordon play, which I wanted to show up here, but I wanted to stick to the positives, well, for the most part. But I mean, I wanted to stick to HN for the most part, but because we was trying to figure out, even though neither one of us knew what was going on, we were trying to figure out which one made more sense. And I did start noticing that it could have went both way, either way, because I seen most of the time he is following his fullback, but there are some times where he cut back the opposite way. So um that is a good thing that I noticed, that it's not predictable as most people would think. And then a couple other things I'm going to start getting into is, I think Mike McDaniel, and this is why I was really wait on Luke, because I wanted to know if he's seen the same thing I was seeing. A lot of these plays when he pulling like the center, um, Aaron Brewer and Austin Jackson and Jonah, and like when he's pulling Austin Jackson, Aaron Brewer, I don't like how it seemed like he overstretched them to get to difficult positions on the field. When I think if he simplified and make him get to a closer guy or a better angle, someone that's easier to get to, a lot of these runs could go for larger gains than they are now. So just I'm paying attention to that. I think I get like 2 plays that I'm gonna show y'all when that happens. But here we go with the touchdown run. Motion both players that way. And this is just hat on hat and A making plays like you always do. Making plays, make that guy miss, and just outran him, beat him to the corner, and that's a touchdown. Y'all know we get once we get the end zone view, that's when you get to see Austin Jackson wasn't really too good this game. I think it was a little rushed as well. So let's see, because of motion, Junior here. See, like I like the way this was blocked, but right here, show you some. I think this is Coach Strange. Um, to me, now this wasn't bad, but let me go back. I want y'all to pay attention to see this is going to happen a lot that he had to squeeze through to get to the second level. It's going to happen to Cole Strange. It's going to happen to Aaron Brewer and Jonah a couple of times too. And in some cases, in some incidents, it's going to slow them down. Even with Coach Strange, when they shift them over this way, when that D line shift right here, it makes it easier for him to get over here to the play side, and he literally have to take almost a perfect angle because you don't want to over pursue and come out here and he goes under you, undercut you, and to get there. But just because these linebackers are fast, that's not his thing. I think we could, because they're kicking out, right? I would have liked for him to kick out here, him get either here, right? And let him pick up either him come this way or him. Because A-Chan is going to make a guy miss. He's going to make a guy miss. And he was in a better position to get here instead of Cole Strange trying to chase him down here. Because look, he's already in front of him. And then now Alec Ingle has to get him, and there's still a free rusher. And this going to potentially be two because this is a block in the back. This creates a block in the back. You know, and then you had him, which he could have came and picked him up. I mean, he could have picked him up anyways if you would have just let Austin Jackson get out here because he was on the outside. Easier to beat him to the spot instead of Cole Strange having to, let me back that up, have to reach and to get to this block. Like, I think sometimes those cases, it needs to simplify it a little bit more. And sometimes he pulled Patrick Paul too far too. I don't like, because what I noticed, like he'll pull them from here and make them have to reach all the way over here. And I don't really like that opposite side of the field. But like again, because they should, once you see they're not trying to let you outflank them. So I just think it'd be easier because this, to me, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary for him to stop here when you're trying to get out here and him to just try to squeeze through here. Like, you coming this way just to get this way because the play is this side. To me, and not just me, I just don't like that. And I want to point something out too. You see how he turned this way to get leverage to make sure they don't get this way? He turns this way to get leverage. So does Brewer. They're just basically positioning them so they don't beat them to the outside. They just getting that outside leverage, and so A-Chan can get to the outside. And the reason I'm pointing that out, because on that 4th and 1 play, I was pointing that out. I'm like, when you don't want them to go a certain position, you don't push them that way. You cut them off from going that way. You understand? Which is what they're doing now. So if you're making him cut him off from going this way, you're making him cut him off from going this way. Why would you want him to have to beat him to the outside, which you know they're going to go with the flow of the football to cut him off? I just think that's putting him in an unfair position. It's a linebacker which is faster than him and quicker than him, and he has to squeeze through these two guys. I just think, to me, simplify it a little bit more. I think you're overstressing these guys to get out too much, which is probably why a lot of the offensive line, they said take time to get and understand what Mike McDaniel really wants you to do. And this is not easy. This isn't easy to get the look. He just outran them. Outran them. Now A-Chan didn't this did end up. See, You ended up with this here because he couldn't get to him. Guess what? Now he has to make up for that. He has to make up for that and get this guy, which this guy should have already been blocked by. This would have been Austin Jackson, and you would have been focused on getting him. But, shout out to Achan, making him miss. That little subtle move to the inside what got him out of position, and then Achan is out the back door. All right. Hold on, let me see if that. Okay, so that's the touchdown. As you can see, and that's another point out. Thing that for me to point out is how I said Achan makes a lot of will be negative plays or short gains into more explosive plays by him making guys miss on a consistent basis. So that's kudos to Achan and him just showing people that he is an every down back and that he makes people miss and create missed tackles. It's not always about running through people and stiffing people to the ground. It's his elusiveness that allows him to create something out of nothing. All right, next play we got first and 10, 6:29. Hold on, y'all. Let me get to the play. Now that was first and 10. Now I got another one, which is, let me see. I got no. Oh, this is another one. Yeah, to me telling Mike McDaniel, simplify the scheme. All right, here we go, y'all. And I think this is a no gain. Yeah, I think this. Yeah, see, that's the one he got lit up. He really got lit up, and I think it's another one. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So as you know he's going here, and he's going to be the one to get the play, to make the play. This linebacker here. So first thing first, why? I don't know if Mike McDaniel taught this, but this to me makes no sense. And it looks like he's making him have to get out. Well, no, he didn't even get out there, so I don't even know. Maybe that has to be. This has to be a miscommunication. Has to be a misassignment or something. Because there's no way your objective is to have him coming to this level here. Him, which it looked like he was supposed to get out there. It looked like because he had to fight through that. And I'm not sure because you're going to see Austin Jackson and him initially try to get to the same player. So someone messed up. Watch Austin Jackson look like he tried to get to him as well. Will end up blocking the same player. I don't get this. See, he doesn't make a contact here because he's trying to get out here, right here, to him. And you see Austin Jackson looking like he's trying to reach to him right here. But no one is accounting for him. Why is Julian Hill going? No, is that Julian? No, this is not Julian Hill. Who is this? Is that Julian? No, that's Bronskill. No, that's Julian Hill. Why is Julian Hill running past him and just getting to this level? I don't get it. You see, everyone is trying to just cut this off. He's running here to cut him off. He's running here to cut him off. Austin Jackson, who are you reaching all the way here? Cause look, who is he going to get? Is he looking for him? No one accounted for him. This has to be some kind of miscommunication, which is why I'm like, you just got to simplify it. Hit the guy in front of you. There's no reason. If you hit him, you got to hit. Then there's a lane here. And then you just hope he could get, because if Achan cuts back, you'll have him trying to reach to him. But for this has to be Has to be. And if he had the ability to cut back here, Jesus Christ, look at that lane that was created, and that's just unnecessary. Just I don't I don't get it. And this is some of the things, and obviously we had a good running, um, but sometimes there's no need for him. All three of they're focused on getting to the second level. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Y'all leaving him alone. He came and picked him up. Boom. But what about this? If he goes and get him right here, it doesn't like why? Let me go back so I can see. If he doesn't like, you can stay out. You already here. Go get him, or just use Julian Hill. Come get him. I know Julian Hill right here. Go get him. You can have Austin Jackson come up here, or Austin Jackson just hit him, and let Eagle come and take care of safety. You have a man on man 3, and he just get to the outside. I don't get this. That to me, it's too difficult. It's not necessary to do that. It's like simplify the game so you don't have these type of plays. Just why like that, man? Get it? I was trying to figure out why. Didn't understand it. Hold on, let me see. And I'm not saying that that's all Mike McDaniel, because it could be possibly that one of them, Julian Hill, just went to the wrong person. That could be a possibility. But I hope they turn on the film and see like what's going on, because I see that a lot. Like people are just pulling and trying to get to these. It's like they're in such a rush to get to that second level because they're at a disadvantage from when it comes from a speed standpoint and a physical standpoint. It's like not physical, but just speed and agility, to where sometimes it speed up your thought process because you're just trying to hurry up and get to the spot, so you're not thinking about your angles and your lanes and getting and position yourself to be able to make a correct block. So sometimes simplifying things could be best. Okay. Now let's get back into some positive plays. But A-Chan making someone miss, I believe. Yeah, 11 second quarter, 11:35. So let's go right here. So far we have one positive, one negative play. So this is gonna be a 9-yard rush. This is on 1st and 10 again. So all 3 of those plays were 1st and 10. By the way, I forgot to point that out. All 3 of those plays was on 1st and 10. Boom. That's shout out to A-Chan for making some. Aaron Brewer, you didn't get your guy. A-Chan just cut back and making something out of nothing. This is another. Another one of those moments where A-Chan makes something out of nothing by just by making a guy miss. See, wait a minute. You remember when I said Jonah, like he's not popping out for being bad, but watch Jonah here. He's going to try to have, they got to reach, and I said he putting stress on it to reach. Patrick Paul, it looked like he tried to push him to his block or like help him get to his man, and he literally just pushed Jonah down. Jonah just hit the ground. Watch this here. Look. That is, bro. Now you just threw. Look at that. A-Chan cannot cut back because he can't cut back. Right, here we go. Because you just fall, bro. Because that could have been a cutback lane right there. This could have been a potential cutback lane right here. He's on his block if you're on your guy. this could have been a cut back lane right here, and he could have had more run room. And you know, no one. This right here, I don't get why you got two people on here and he has a free runner, which just simplify. Let him go get the guy. Like I get, see, it's like he's supposed to be his lead blocker. You see how he got him pulling here. So I think instead of hitting this guy, I don't know if he think he's maybe losing the rep or whatever. But you got to go get your man, guy. Which he eventually reached right here, which could have been, but HN has to make him miss. Shout out to Julian Hill for maintaining his block. And HN cutting back because you have a free rusher here too. HN cut back and boom. That's you see how that allowed Brunskill to get back into play and create that lane right here. This is a nice lane right here. All created by HN cutting back, making the guy miss, and he turned, which would have been a loss of 2-3 yards to a 9-yard gain. And man, if he doesn't listen, right here, if he would have got him, all he had to do is beat these. He's trying to take an angle, but A-Chan had to make the capability of probably outrunning him. See how he's already taking that angle. So A-Chan could either outrun him to the outside or just set him up for the cutback. But you see, he's worried about, hey, I gotta get to that angle. You see that angle he taking? And he barely gets a shoestring tackle on A-Chan, or that had the capability of being another long run. See that again? Boom. And you just maintain right here. Maintain Julian Hill. He's out the back door. Gone. Just trip him up right there. But shout out to A-Chan, making something out of nothing. But Jonah, again, let me show y'all one more time. I'm not gonna let y'all forget. This is guaranteed money here, y'all. Guaranteed money. You cannot down this. He barely touches him, and he's going to the ground. Like, you just what? Come on, my boy. You do better than that. Come on, man. Gotta represent. Shout out to A-Chan. This was good. This was all made possible by A-Chan. That was all A-Chan just putting in work, making doing his numbers. All right, let's see what we got. The next one is second down 824. All right, let's get one play here. All right. First thing first, what I'm not liking is, again, I don't know why, and we'll wait till we get the end zone angle. I don't know why you would prefer linebacker. I mean your fullback to take on a defensive end instead of either your tight end or your offensive tackle, and let your fullback get to the next level. I don't know why, but and this is another. Let's get it. Let's run it so y'all can see the other one. But look, A-Chan making people miss and doing his thing, and it's been working. But there's just little things that they could tweak and get a little bit better. Anytime you can improve, always take advantage of the opportunity to improve. See, like there, which I don't mind if you want him to go to this second level, But I just think you should secure the yards first because you have if this guy just runs straight through, he could run through the at an angle. You're not a big. I mean, I know you get paid to block, but it's better to have him getting to this level here or him reaching to get this linebacker than him blocking the DN. Even though I mean, listen, it worked, but I would prefer Austin Jackson. Get back. I prefer Austin Jackson taking this hit and him taking this on right here. And all of these are already out of the equations. So, and I think it's an easier lane here and give Achan a two-way go. He could break out this way or cut back this way and make it maybe a house call. Because you see how this developed. Look how it's developing easy for him take this lane up here. And that's a house call if he could take this lane as opposed to going this way. And you still have, look, he has to reach for two people. Achan again, make someone miss. You know, you can't, Achan gonna make someone miss. And he out. You just hold on to your block, my brother. This is a potential another touchdown too. That's Darren Waller. And the only reason I'm pointing that out is because you turn regular plays into big plays. Like you go on. This is what the film study is for. You go in there and be like, okay, how can I improve on this? But but pay attention. That was 1st and 10 again too. I'm sorry. That was 1st and 10 again. And Achan, obviously, he makes one guy miss, and boom, these are potential big plays. And the reason I'm pointing these out is because if he doesn't make those guys miss, that's not a 19-yard gain there. I mean, a 16-yard gain there. That's maybe back to the line of scrimmage. You know, you can't. I don't want to always depend on Achan making a guy miss. It's cool, yes, make a guy miss, but if you could block it up just a little bit different or simplify it, make it easier for your linemen to get to their guy, then I think that'll help them out a little bit more, especially when Austin Jackson just coming back. To have him reaching the way he is, I'm not really a big fan of that. Now I know we like to get our guards and our sometimes your guards are your center to the second level, but I don't like the way we use two of them doing that a lot on multiple occasions. You know, instead of just one of them get out there and let your fullback get out there, because we have a fullback, so let him get out there and get on them linebackers, and he's faster. It's easier to get to those spots, right? But listen, we got 16 yards out of it, so I'm not going to too much complain about that. Boom, hold on. Let's see what play we got here. Second down, 1st and 10 again. I mean, second quarter, 1st and 10, 108. All right, here we go. Skip one more play. This is another 9-yard run. Listen, we got 9, 10, 16. What the other one was 29 yards. Now let's go back. Aaron Brewer snaps the ball, and he wants Aaron Brewer to come all the way down here to try to reach and get this guy, which I think, and now Austin Jackson got out of a position too. He got out of position right here. You see how? Let me show y'all something. Before I go to he wants Jonah to get all the way to the side, and Austin Jackson. Aaron Brewer to get all the way to the side. I'm not really a big fan of this type of stuff. I'm not. He gets holed up here, and he's trying to get him. and it happens a lot. I see that they get caught up because he got to squeeze through the guys, and he's not an athletic dude like that. He isn't, and that's part of understanding your personnel. So if something like that happened, look, he doesn't get to this guy, even though A-Tank. Look who ended up getting the tackle. That same guy that Jonah was supposed to reach. And this is a good play. But I just wish. See, like this right here, I didn't understand why Austin Jackson is doing this and Coach Strange is doing this, and you putting both of them out. Why you don't just let Aaron Brewer block him, let Coach Strange block him, let Austin Jackson get out here? Why are you trying to get Aaron Brewer to get out here? And then now he has to climb here. I really don't. To me, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I could tell me I'm tripping. But I just think it would have been so easy for Austin Jackson to get there. Because you pitching the ball. It's a pitch. It's a pitch to the outside. So that's no like this to me. This is wasted movement here. He could have did this. He could have. You hold him. Let Austin Jackson get out there. You see, instead of Austin Jackson doing this, he would have been way in better position to get here. Look where Aaron Brewer is, and Austin Jackson is still holding on to his block. Achane is already just like 3 yards ahead of him. And you want him to reach all the way here. I just don't, he is hustling to get there. Aaron Brewer is hustling to get there. And boom, guy gets on the play. Aaron Brewer never makes it to him. Never. It should, like, let me just let it run. So y'all can see. It's like, no, you have to, like, let Austin Jackson get there. He's already closer. I'm not mad at the pill block. That's cool. You got Julian here already in motion going that way, so he's picking him up. It's just like why it is. And just leave him free. Like, man, look at the effort he has to do to get there. Y'all don't think that's overstressing him to get there? Like you running outside. I can see if you was running inside so he could make that defender come to him. But no, that defender is 100% running away from him. To me, I don't see the logic behind that blocking scheme. And this is a secondary. This, like, not even a line, but it's a secondary guy. This is safety. Shout out to Achane with the cutback, creating his own lane. But again, making something out of nothing. Achane, we're seeing the value of Achane, just so y'all know. We're actually seeing the value of Achane because the fact that hold on. Okay, that was the fact that he making people miss on almost every down and every play, not every play, but on these big runs and these explosive plays, it's showing you his value. But if you block it up just a little better, he have even longer rushes. You have them 45, 50, 60 yard, 70 yard runs that he was having his rookie season. And yeah, we had a great time running, but what I'm looking at, I see room for improvement. I see how much better we can have, how much more rushing yards we could have had. Because the way he is right now, it's like he has to, that's damn near setting him up to get a block in the back. You see? Because he's already here. Like, you know what I'm saying? He already got his back turned to him. So now you asking him to do like a pill block, which you can't, you can't crack back. So you want him to seal him off from going here, which is I'm not too much mad at it, but you can just stand in the way. But now it's the same thing here, and this guy is gonna make him either run around or you just get Cole Strange to put his hand on him. Put your hand up. There's no need to double. You're pitching the ball. There's no need for this right here. He took the inside move. He's done. You see how he got to get skinny to try to get through there. That's not a free release. He that's slowing him down, and you expected him to get all the way over here before your fastest player on the field gets there. And he had to look back to see where Achan was at before he go get his guy. Look, man, this is asking him to hustle, hustle, Aaron Brewer, hustle. I think Austin Jackson gets there. He can get to that spot way easier than Aaron Brewer can. All right, that's that one. So and my notes is simplify it, and you get more explosive plays. If we just let's focus on simplifying some things and not outsmart yourself. Let's not always rely on misdirection and the linebacker taking the cheese or the D lineman taking the cheese, because some of these plays could be like that second play that I showed when that guy that's unblocked just going there and light Achan up. I don't like exposing our running backs like that, or anyone on this field for that matter. Let's simplify some of these so we can have better execution. Now, a game like that, I'm seeing how it could be just that much better. And helping players out. This, like when we talk when we talk about coaches putting players in the best position to succeed. These are some of the things that maybe you want to do a little tweaking of the scheme. I'm on third. Let's go third quarter, 10 minutes and 35 seconds. Okay, skip one again. Mm. No, that's not it. This is the one I did want to play. All right. First and 10 again. So this is the third quarter, first and 10, and we're up 16-8. I want to get to the Now this one, let's see. Okay, let's watch it first. This looked like, because I'm looking like I see he's gonna pull Aaron Brewer again, squeeze through here, and he has to pull all the way over here. Now, who do you want him to block? Who is this guy? He has to get all the way here. You want Aaron Brewer to get all the way here. To create, shout out to Achan, but again, let's simplify this just a little bit. Let's just simplify this just a little bit. Go motion Julian Hill. Now, me personally, why is it Aaron Brewer going up to go get him? Aaron Brewer go gets him. This is Dulwich, 85. Dulwich should be going to get him because you're going to see Dulwich coming the screen right here. He's right there. Boom, him right here. If he goes to get him, you got Aaron Brewer going to get the safety, which is easier for him to get here instead of trying to reach all the way over here. So if he's already got him and he can focus just on him, Achane cuts up here. Guess who's getting him? This is a possible house call because you just have the safety to beat. I don't understand, again, why you're expecting Aaron Brewer to beat Achane, the fastest guy on your field, out here. What? Why? He has to take on Junior Hill, has to hold him off and then try to get to him, which creates this right here. And think about it. This guy is the one that I wanted him going to get. This guy is the one that I wanted Dulwich going to get. So that means you have him here, him blocking him, and Dulwich would have been already taking care of him. And now you have all Achane have to do is worry about the safety. To me, I think he's overstressing these linemen trying to reaching this far. Look where he got Austin. He's trying to reach there. He's trying to. Why is he trying to go get that safety? Can somebody please explain that to me? Am I tripping? Am I the one tripping? Or why is he trying to get that safety? How? It's easier for him to get there. Rewind it. I just don't. Go get him. If you want him to go, let him go get him. If he look at this, right? If he go get him, he's on the way to him. This is a cutback lane. But you got Aaron Brewer trying to go get him. When this to me, this is a waste of a blocker. Go get him. No need, like he's wasted right here. Even if he do it from here, turn around and go get him. Achane turns up right here. He has a lead blocker, and there's nothing but daylight up there. Sometimes, Mike McDaniel, simplifying is better. Less is more. Now you have him hustling, overstressing himself to get out here. Him hustling, overstressing himself to get out here, which is that, to me, all that is unnecessary. That's so unnecessary to me. And these are on, pay attention, these are on big plays. But I'm seeing home run hitters just by a tweak of one or two things. And this is in the third quarter at 16-8. Yeah, Achane had to break down, make, and we get 9 yards out of that. You get 9 yards out of that. I'm on I'm on full screen. Where we at? All right, I'm tripping. I was just sitting there. Watching. Where we at? Okay, that was this. Fourth quarter, first and 10 again. 12:41. All right, I got two more plays, y'all. 12:41. 12:31. Gotta be. 12:31. And it's still 16-8. Still 16-8. This is a 10-yard game. Oh, I know what this one is. Back there, let me see. You see Patrick Parr real quick. Boom, yeah, and reach out. Patrick Parr with a nice help with Jonah, and then he kicks out. Jonah, my brother. Yeah, I remember told you even though he don't show up on the field. Patrick Paul, I did be able to reach to his block. You see, boom. You see how Patrick Paul knocks him off his block because Jonah was kind of struggling here. If you go back, he was kind of struggling. Jonah was kind of struggling here. So Patrick Paul goes ahead and just see that he's holding his ground right here. And he's trying to create a lane here. So boom, knocks him over and still is able to get here. Boom, and create that little lane right there for A10 to get through. And A10 barely, like, man, he got him by a hand. And A10 made something out of nothing. But I just want y'all to show y'all here, right here. This is your big second round pick that you traded up to get. Mr. Guaranteed Money got tossed to the ground by 93. Just want y'all to watch Jonah the whole time now. Don't worry about A10 and Patrick Paul doing his thing, handling his business. Oh no. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. Here we go. It's from here, he's gonna end up all the way over here on the ground. Right here. Watch him. Watch him. Watch him. Toss. Boom. Got tossed. Stay on your feet, big boy. Stay on your feet. Stay on your feet. I just wanted to point that out to y'all. Mr. Guaranteed Money. Paul Patrick. Oh man. I think he do it on this one. I wanted to point something out here. He go here. So this right here, y'all see how he's standing straight up? I'm noticing he could get away with that with this linebacker. But with those D linemen, he's getting his leverage. He's too high sometimes. He got to stay in his stance a little lower to create that anchor and get that leverage. Because sometimes he's getting, even though he's maintaining position, he's getting pushed back. He's getting so the guy's been able to control him like this, and his size help him to maintain his stance. But if it wasn't for that, sometimes he'll get out leveraged and there was a play I missed it. I think I already passed it. That is a guy out leveraged him a couple times on some of the negative plays, and they was able to make a play on Patrick Paul. And then y'all do notice he did give up one sack this game too, which was the guy just got up under him and went around him. And I'm noticing he's starting to get up out of his stance a little, maybe getting a little overconfidence, So stay humble, maintain. Stay home and continue to stay fundamentally sound. Don't get overzealous. Don't get overconfident and start to forget about your technique. Don't do that. I just wanted to show y'all so we don't forget about Jonah. And I got one more, I think, again, Jonah too. Where we at? 4th down, 2nd and 4. 5:24, right here. Second to last play. Now, this is only mentality, and I want dog-like mentality from my guards. And watch him on a linebacker. And the linebacker just like a free. You don't push him down. You don't do nothing. Basically, I don't know, like he guided him to the play. It didn't affect the play at all. But this is so. The reason I'm pointing this out is because when we first got him, I didn't know who Jonah was. So I'm not one of the ones to act like I knew who he was and knew that he was this great offensive tackle that they're gonna switch into guard. I didn't want to pretend that I was like that. So I'm not gonna act like one of those guys. But when I did put on the film and watch him, things like this is what stand out to me. And things like this is what when I say I don't really too much like him like that. And I remember my first conversation with Lou is like, Lou, he's saying the right things. I just hope it translates to the field because I don't see the dog-like mentality on the field, that how he was talking. I just can't wait to put my hands on someone. And why I'm saying this, now this is a linebacker. And at the very least, you push him down to a check into the play. Now I just want to see when he get his hands on this linebacker. I don't understand why you don't. Right here, he's getting his hands on him. Right here, you are a guard on a linebacker. Push him down. But what did he do? Just look at his hand play. He ended up basically guiding him guiding him over. Like, here you go. Like, what is this? I like my guards with dog-like mentality, which is why when I saw the film of Gray Zabel, I'm like, oh yeah, I like him. Because you would never get a rep like this from Gray Zabel or Tyler Booker from Alabama. I forgot who he's playing with now. I think Dallas picked him up. You'll never get a rep like this with them. A chance. You said you just want to put your hands on people. Well, you got your chance to put your hands on a linebacker, and you don't push him down. Now watch Aaron Brewer on a bigger D tackle. While you are escorting him to his position, to his wherever he's going, look at a smaller center, push his guy to the ground. Finishing his block. While your guy right here jumping over the guy that just got pushed down. Again, these are the type of things when I say this is just mentality, man. That's just mentality. Watch that. Look at that. Look how he dropped that ankle, man. Look at him. Drop that ankle. Boom. Now. Uh-oh. You out of position, my boy. Boom. Hit the floor. And you still walking hand in hand with your guy. A linebacker. I like this. That's mentality that I like, that I pay attention to. When I watch guys, those are the type of things that I pay attention to. And if Lou, I don't think Lou showed up. Let me see. And I was like, that's my only. I'm like, when I look on the field, I don't see him finishing block. Like, finish. Like, don't stop until your guy is on the ground. At least attempt to push him on the ground. Play through the whistle. Know what I'm saying? All right, let me get back over here. See what they talking about here. Hold on. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Remove that. Boom, I'm back. What's good? Somebody said now when I come back, the first thing for me to read can't be Eric saying we need Liam back. Eric, that can't be the first thing that you're saying, bro. That we need Liam back. It's kind of wild for me. But yeah, man, that's going through the field through the film. Um, I just I don't, the mindset of offensive linemen, for me, they have to be like, you have to have that dog like mentality. Like, you want to push your guy, like inflict pain on your guy. That's, to me, that's why I look at that mentality. When you get a chance to get your hand on someone, you want to push them down. You want to set the tone. That's how you need. That's the type of mentality you need for your players, and you just become one of those teams with the attitude. I would never want to see a guard like we just had with Jonah, with the opportunity to push a linebacker to the ground, and you don't get a pancake. Like, that's a free pancake for you. What are we doing? I don't like that. That stuff, that type of stuff, it irks my skin. It just irks my nerves, to be honest with you. And it's no, I can't. Dang, it seemed like my boy got extra busy, man. I really wanted to ask him a few questions. But what I did want to point out,
That's that PTO
right after
time.
going through that, what'd you say?
I said that's that PTO time.
He used that PTO up. So what I did
Sure
want to
did.
point out is, we was talking earlier about Mike McDaniel and his, what you call it, his mindset and his approach to the game. We were talking about that earlier, and I did notice, because you remember we were so pass heavy, and now all of a sudden, we seeing 30. Look at Scott Jackson talking about 74. No, sir. We're seeing 30 rushing attempts, more rushing attempts than passing attempts. To be able to do that, I think we should give credit to Mike McDaniel to understand, because Tua has been having, it's one of his worst seasons. Let's just be honest with you. Let's just be honest here. He's having one of his worst seasons. It looked like we're trying to avoid making a mistake instead of making plays, right? He's missing throws that he usually make in his sleep. And I see Mike McDaniel sticking and putting more emphasis on the running game. That is a great sign. So that's why when I was looking and going through the film, I'm like, okay, cool. But you're supposed to be the run game coordinator. Some of this stuff, yeah, it looks good on paper, and I could see the vision, but it's like, create, like, just simplify, just tweak that thing here and there. One player here, one player there, and these are explosive plays and touchdowns possibly. Papa Deere said he so missed his main weapon in Tyreek Hill. You talk about Tua. I mean, anyone to miss their number one weapon. So I won't say you're wrong there, but I mean, there's still plays to be made, and I think Waddle's still there. You still have weapons. So I'm not gonna critique him on that, but yeah, there's still plays to be made, and like some of the throws, they just haven't been good throws. I'm not even here to critique Tua right now. I'm just here to give my understanding of how Mike McDaniel changed, because this was brought to my attention by Lewis and Em earlier. How you have to give him credit for being able to change mid-season his philosophy from pass heavy to say, man, I got to put my players in the best position to succeed and win. And he's relying and leaning on that run game a lot more. So I want to give him kudos to that, but I'm still gonna critique you. I'm still gonna see things that I can see. If I see things that I feel like you can improve upon, I'm gonna point those out and say, no, see, if you just do this and that, I don't know if he's listening, but if you are, Mike McDaniel, shout out to you, man. Go ahead. Every time they listen to me, things seem to get better. I just want to point that out. Eric says, do you think if they had this run game earlier in the year, we have a better record? Possibly, Eric. Yes. Possibly on some of them games that came down to a play here and a play there, could have. So I'm not going to say for sure. We don't know how how things would have changed, but possibly, yeah. This run game wasn't this dynamic at the beginning. Now, A-Chain was still doing his thing here and there, but it wasn't as dynamic as it's been in the last 3 games. Now, let's not be fools and get fooled by, the fool's gold, or let me do something that I probably should never do, but quote crypto and say the banana in the tailpipe. Let's not get fooled by that. And these are the lower tier teams that we have been playing and doing this against. So let's keep that in mind. But hey, we do have a dominant victory over the Buffalo Bills. So, it's not only lower tier, but I would like to see this continue when we play. I'm trying to see. I think the Patriots is the next tough defense we're gonna have to face. Maybe the Jets. The Jets defense. Let's see how they do against the Jets. I think the Jets have a pretty decent defense over there. I'm not sure, so I'm just spitballing off the top of my brain right now. But I do think their defense have been pretty good this season. And then probably the Patriots game. But we got the Jets coming up. We have let's see Pittsburgh. Agreed. Real test would be from Pittsburgh forward. You know what, Eric? Yeah, Pittsburgh. Maybe that Pittsburgh win as well. That game, and let's see if the at least the run game, the trend is still continue to trend upward. And Austin Jackson, look, Austin Jackson was a little rusty today. I planned on pointing out a little bit more of Austin Jackson, of some plays that he barely made his block, and that he could have got better leverage and better body control. But the running game still is thriving with him being rusty. He didn't have a terrible game, but I'll just say I'll kick this game up to Russ. He had some good plays in there, but yeah, I would like to see. Thank Ed for pointing that out. See how this run game continues against the Pittsburgh Patriots of the world. Also, when we play the Patriots, I think Lewis pointed out to me that that Tampa Bay defense haven't been good at all. Cincinnati defense have been playing a lot better as of late, so we'll see. But that defense is not nothing to write home to. So those would be our tests going forward. But listen, man, listen, man, I got a whole hour and 12 out. Hey, matter of fact, just I forgot to ask you when I was showing Jonah about did you think I was overdoing it, or what? Like, especially like the last one with Jonah, him not pushing something down. You think that's overdoing it, or what? It's 5:20.
Overdoing it?
Because I mean, I know what I look for in linemen, especially interior linemen. I look for that dog-like mentality. Like, no, I want you to go out there and want to every rep. I want your sole purpose is to get your guy to the ground.
Right. Okay.
And that's how I want them attacking. So, and like on that last play, that really ticked me off with Jonah. Like, what? How do you not push a linebacker down? I've never understand that. And he better put hands on me. Literally looked like he escorted him to his position. Like, go ahead, go that way. That was ridiculous. And then right in front of him, you got Aaron Brewer fighting with a larger D tackle, and he puts his guy to the ground. Like, no, I don't really like that. But listen, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the content. Y'all know we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and also on game days we have the live watch party. So if y'all haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Facts, Eric. These are facts. You see what Eric said? Finish your assignments. Yes, finish your food. That's what we say. Finish your food, man. Jess, you got anything before we get up out of here?
No.
Man, listen, that revolver gonna go to Lewis because that PTO is low. Why he couldn't come up here. Now watch next episode. He gonna come up here with his bird chest poked out and raw, talking all kind of trash. Hold on, before I get up, I see Pablo says.
Sorry. I try. Okay. Sorry.
You think that Jonah would take that second year leap like Patrick Paul did? You know
Mm.
what, Pablo Diaz? The only difference I have with Jonah, not the only difference, because Patrick Paul never looked this bad. Patrick Paul mentality was always there.
Yeah.
So my
I-
biggest
yeah.
issue with Jonah, which I think he can improve, he needs to get like you can't coach weight. He's been pushed, he's been overpowered, which is his most problem. Like the last one I showed you, where he just get hip tossed by number 93, the D tackle. Right? That is a weight issue. And then your mindset. Me looking at you, look at number 20, a linebacker, and you don't see food. And your goal is not to pancake him. That's a mentality issue. That has nothing to do with technique and learning your position. That's just your mentality, right? But so I don't know, Pablo. I hope so. I would say that. I surely hope so. I hope he go and get in the film room and say, forget this finesse stuff. I want to be a dog and do on the field what you said in your interviews. When your interview you say you couldn't wait to put hands on people, then go out there and prove that on the field, right? But listen, shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me today. Shout out to Jess for taking up for Lou like she always do. He ain't here to help you out today. You got to stand on your own. JD the Gray, I appreciate you, man. He said great show today, and obviously from the Blitz pickup, man. Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. And Jess, if you don't have nothing to do, the revival goes to me pointing out Jonah getting his behind whooped. But listen, man, we'll see y'all next show, man. Y'all be easy.